Welcome back to the Devil S NFL podcast. And we are back with our week 3 predictions.
All right. Let's just get right into it. And Sam, who do you have tonight and by what score?
I have the Browns winning 15-10.
How do you think the game will go overall?
It will be an ugly mess as Browns Steelers should be. I think
um,
Nick Chubb has 150 yards rushing tonight.
which QB do you think has the worst game?
Oh, Trubisky.
I think Trubisky will have the worst game as well. I think though, with the Browns being up 13-3 in the third quarter, I think Mike Tomlin finally goes to Kenny Pickett. I think the new era starts in Pittsburgh, and I think Pickett plays pretty well and gets them the comeback win, 17-16.
Next we got the Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears.
This is gonna be an absolute mess.
Agreed. And it's supposed to rain again in Chicago.
Like, if the Bears get lucky with another rain game, I don't even it's just an opinion of mine, but I don't think the Texans are as bad as people say. Like, no, they're not a good team, but they're not like utterly like a top two pick team, in my opinion.
I'm taking the Chicago Bears to win this 2016. And people are going to overreact saying, oh, Matt Eberflus is so good, without understanding that they beat a 49ers team in the rain and the Houston Texans.
And then they let Green Bay do Green Bay things last week.
Yeah, their passing offense has been awful, and I think that continues today. Or on Sunday, excuse me.
16-13, I have Houston. It'll be a messy game, especially in bad conditions. Connor Burns is going to throw a fit after the game, and I wouldn't blame him.
All right, Minnesota and Detroit. What we got?
Dan Campbell's heart gets crushed once again in Minnesota. I think it'll be a very close game, but ultimately a game-winning drive by Kirk Cousins and company give the Vikings a close win, 24-19. Who do you have?
I'm taking the Vikings to win this too. I'm going to take them 21-17.
So you think it'll be about the same way I think it'll be?
Yeah.
How many yards for Jefferson? How many yards for Jefferson?
Jefferson, I'm gonna go 75.
All right, moving right along to why don't we go to the 1 o'clock AFC games? We'll start with the Titans and Raiders. Who do you have winning the Titans and Raiders?
I'm taking the Titans to win this one 19-14. It's gonna be an ugly mess. And the Titans will win 19-14. And the offensive coordinator's job is saved for at least one more week.
How do you think Derek Carr will do? Closer to week 1 or closer to 2021, Derek Carr?
Um, End of season 2020.
So, like, game manager level, if you want to call it that. All right. I think the Titans kind of blow them out. I'm not high on the Raiders at all. I wasn't coming into the year, and I'm still not, and they've proved it so far. I think momentum is not on their side at all, and I think the Titans and Ryan Tannehill finally get the job done. They win big, 31-20.
Ravens and Patriots.
What do you got here?
I have the Ravens winning 24-9.
Exclamation on why you actually there doesn't even the Patriots offense is anemic. It's the worst in the AFC in my opinion. Pittsburgh, never mind, but it's pretty bad. It's up there. Who do you say has the worst offense in the AFC?
Best offense in the AFC, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'll be 22-13. I think the Patriots don't have an offensive coordinator really. Like Matt Patricia, Joe Judge, it's an absolute train wreck, and I think it continues this week. Ravens win by 9.
Um, well, Eagles Commanders.
This is there are a lot of storylines around this game, mainly because of Carson Wentz. First game against his former team where he spent 5 years, and I think he's gonna absolutely rip them apart. What do you think?
I agree. I think that the Commanders win 23 to 20.
23-20.
Jalen Hurts will throw a game-sealing interception.
Yeah, I think Hurts kind of needs a reality check. Like, don't get me wrong, he was good last week, but at the same time, he still has limitations as a passer. And in an environment like Washington, I don't think he gets the job done this time. 30-23, Washington.
Bengals Jets.
Um, this game I've kind of been back and forth on, but ultimately I think the Bengals are the more high powered offense, and I think it's about like Burrow and Chase are due for a big week, and I think it's gonna happen this week, especially against those Jet safeties who are not very good. 33-26 Bengals, but I think the Jets will compete and will be in the game throughout. What do you think it'll be?
I'm going 24-13. Just a normal game.
Yeah. How do you think Flacco will play?
Average.
Average. So it'll kind of be similar to week one.
Yeah. I think the Bengals hear the dog whistle to get their shit together.
All right. Saints and Carolina. I think Saints and Carolina.
Saints should win this easily. I'm taking 27-17.
After 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 36 games, I believe the Matt Rule era in Charlotte will finally end after a shutout loss this week. Baker, he's not a good QB, but he's not the main problem. I think Matt Rule is finally out the door this week after a shutout loss at home. First coach fired.
I think they should fire Ben McAdoo and not Matt Rule yet.
I think it's both of them, but I'd give McAdoo the season since it's his first year in on a new team. Like, I'll give them a little time. And like, to be fair, the offense around him isn't the best.
He barely uses Christian McCaffrey.
He's hurt already. Like they were trying to use like.
All right, Chiefs Colts.
I think the Chiefs kind of blow them out and push the Colts to the panic button. They'd be 0-2-1 here, and Mahomes, he was great last week, great week one. He's going to continue his MVP caliber campaign. This week, I think the Chiefs win big, 33-17.
I think the Chiefs takes this by a similar score of 27-14.
Do you think how many touchdowns do you think Mahomes will throw?
I think Mahomes throws for 3.
3. Same. Mm-hmm. All right, my upset pick of the week. Buffalo in Miami, and I think the Dolphins find a way to improve to 3-0.
Yeah, I'm taking Buffalo to win this game 34-28.
I think there are gonna be a lot of offensive fireworks in this game. I just think Miami will be the team coming out on top in the end, but I wouldn't be shocked if it ends the other way around. Do you think the Dolphins can win this game?
I think they can, but I don't think they will. Jags Chargers.
With Justin Herbert, without him, the Chargers is a much better team overall, more experienced roster. And I think they win this one 28-17, and the Chargers improve to 2-1. In a valiant effort, though, I think the Jags keep it close. I just think Trevor Lawrence going up against that defense, I don't think it'll be a great game for him. What do you think?
Chargers defense has been much improved. Yeah, I think they win 31-13.
With or without Herbert?
With if it's not, I'm still gonna take the Chargers either way.
But in like a lower scoring game?
Yes.
All right.
Seahawks Falcons.
This game's gonna be a shit fest.
I'm taking the Falcons to win this game 24-20.
Arthur Smith doesn't like to use Kyle Pitts, and Kyle Pitts against that secondary would give them a big advantage, but Arthur Smith is a dumbass and does not use his all-pro caliber tight ends as he should. So I think the Falcons' offense is going to struggle a good bit, and the defense will do not nearly enough. I think Seattle wins in a close one, 20-14.
Rams Cardinals. The Rams should win this. If as long as they stay out of their own way and Matt Stafford has a good game, the Rams should win. I'm taking the Rams 27-20.
I think it'll be around the same score. I'm going 30-24. I think Kyler has a good game, but ultimately the defense of Arizona is not very good, and I think that's what's going to hold them back in this game.
Green Bay, Tampa Bay.
Game of the week, in my opinion.
I'm taking the Packers to win 27-16.
Interesting. Why do you think they win by 2 possessions?
Because Tampa has all their weapons injured.
So typically I would agree with that, but I think Tampa's run game is due for a big day, and I like Jalen Darden a lot.
Against that Green Bay front, I get they lost pieces, but it's still good.
Oh no, it's very good. Don't get me wrong. I think this game, it's just Tom Brady. He hasn't been his best so far. I think he's due for a big game, even without his weapons. Sunday Night Football. Who do you got?
I have in a shit show San Francisco winning 23-17. And there will be calls for Hackett's head after the game.
I think he's going to make another stupid move. I don't know what it's going to be this time, but it'll cost them the game in a close one, 25-21. And I think Jimmy G is gonna probably play pretty bad. And that's who he is. He's not a very good QB. But I think their defense and run game since Shanahan gets the most out of every back, and I like Marlon Mack, so I guess they win in a close one.
Dallas and the New York Giants. I'm taking the Cowboys to win 17-16. The Cowboys are just a better team than the Giants. I'm just gonna be honest with that.
Yeah, there's no denying that, and I think this is the week the Giants finally come to fruition as frauds. All right, that will do it for our week 3 game picks. I hope you all enjoyed this week. If you're celebrating the Jewish holidays, enjoy as well. And we will be back next week with some week 4 content.